Browning. It's been about a year, I think, since we had you back, right?
Yeah.
A year ago, after I got in as mayor, we had you here.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think we were talking about a lot of the same things we're going to be discussing today. But just as a bit of background, you guys are both the founders of the Steps to Recovery homes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Want to tell us a little bit about that? I think everyone in the community basically knows you, but why not give us a refresher course?
Okay, well, about 4.5 years ago, my wife and I, well, we talked about it for a while, but we took 3 credit cards and we started Steps to Recovery Homes, and we put together a nonprofit to help people because we're passionate about recovery. And we know that addiction is a big thing, but we also know that recovery is a lot stronger than addiction. And we wanted to do something that focused on long-term recovery, which means, you know, multiple years, and not just that, but behavior modifications. How do you keep somebody and get them to be productive with their families and in society? So we teach a lot of stuff, and we wanted to help people that fell through the cracks.
Yeah.
So we put together an affordable program that helps those people that don't have the money to get, you know, and we put a lot more into it than just a basic sober living. So we're doing a lot of stuff to maximize the success rate for the people.
Right. I'm sure it takes money to do what you do, and so part of that money you raise through your Dinner for Hope, is that right?
Yeah, we have the Dinner for Hope, and it's our annual fundraiser. And it does take a lot of money, and the thing is you know, just the people coming in, just to run the homes, it doesn't pay for itself. So we have we have 50 businesses that are doing annual sponsorships. They do in-kind services, and some do financial. We do the Dinner for Hope every year, which is an annual fundraiser, which is coming up March 24th. It's our biggest fundraiser, and then we have some community educational awareness days, and we started last year. We started the Roots Roll and Ride, which is a clean and sober concert for people in recovery. Yeah, and then we throughout the year we got the resale store too. So the resale store helps. That happened about 2.5 years ago. Yep.
I must confess, I've been there a time or two myself.
Yeah, you like it?
Oh, I do. Yeah, you have good stuff in there.
We love it.
Yeah.
And we're all about, you know, raising the bar in everything we do. So with the resale store, we're trying to make it a really nice place. You know, we're always in there working and making it look better and moving things around and trying to cut the prices and trying to make people happy and donating to other places. And it's really cool because now we can, when people come in, we give them clothes. And last year I furnished 5 apartments of people that graduated our program. So we're able to help furnish their apartments now, and job skills, and there's a lot of different things. Yeah.
So the resale store helps kind of offset the cost to run your program, but it also provides work, right, and employment for the folks that go through your program.
Some, yeah.
Some?
Yeah, we start off with them doing community service there, because part of our thing is about giving back to community. In the first month, they have to do 4 hours of community service a week through our resale store. So we can kind of see how they work, how they, you know, we can point them in the general direction of where they could maybe look for employment. After the first 30 days, we actually get them out in the public, whether it's with the Humane Society or another one of the, you know, nonprofits around town, but it has to be a nonprofit that they do their service with.
Got it. Good. So what other nonprofits do you work with then in the community?
Well, we have a resource list, and we tell them. It's kind of funny because the people that come to us with addiction issues, you know, they really, when they get used to us, there's this whole thing of they don't want to reach out, you know. So, but there's people doing stuff at the Habitat for Humanity, the Humane Society. We've had people go to the Senior Center, the Mission.
The Old Town Mission.
We encourage, we have people doing stuff for the homeless place in Sedona. We encourage them to do whatever nonprofit that they want to help. You know, where's your passion is what we talk to them about, you know. Right. And then we try to get them to get out and actually start being of service to their community. That's a big part of our program. Our program is based around our recovery and our life. So everything we're telling them to do, we're doing. Got it. You know, so that's kind of our model. Yeah. Well,
I know you two stay very busy.
Well, yeah, that's probably the worst example part of it is that we're way overwhelmed, like, you know. Yeah. So.
Oh, you do a lot of good in the community, though. I sure do appreciate it.
We sure are trying.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's actually take just a quick break. We'll come back after a minute, and I want to drill down a little bit more on this Dinner for Hope. Okay, we'll talk a little bit more about that. Thanks.
There are people who struggle with addiction and homelessness. Sometimes it may feel like there is nothing we can do to help.
But there is. You can make a tax-deductible donation and help those in need transition away from homelessness.
When you give someone a handout, you could actually be supporting an addiction.
A better life starts with better health, especially for those living in the streets.
Support solutions, not addictions. You can make a difference. Visit cottonwoodcares.com.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride!
Okay, welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I'm Tim Malinsky, the mayor of Cottonwood. I'll be your host for Inside Cottonwood today. We've got Damien Browning and Anne Browning in with us. We're talking about their Steps to Recovery homes and some of the things they do in the community to help fundraise to support their program. And one of the biggest things, their biggest fundraiser every year, is this Dinner for Hope. Right, so I was hoping that you two could talk a little bit more about this event, how to get tickets, what to expect if you attend, and what it's all about.
Okay. Well, the Dinner for Hope is this is going to be our 4th annual dinner. That's the first thing you need to know, and it's our fundraiser. So it's about raising funds. It really is, and the money goes to all kinds of things, to scholarship people, and you know, with the dinner this year, we're actually having Anthony Mazzella, which he's a really good guitarist. We saw him a couple years ago, and we really loved him.
Yeah.
So we're really excited that we're having him. You know, he does Legends of the Guitar, and he's just really good at what he does.
That's great.
We're going to have alumni testimonies, so we'll have a couple testimonies. We're going to have a nice dinner with a Hilton. We're having at Bell Rock, Bill Joel Creek Hilton. And it's pretty good food, you know, and it's a good price. I mean, usually, you know, we're at $60 a ticket right now, and it's, I mean, just a plate alone for us is $35, and then the advertising and everything, so it gets up there. So we're trying to keep the prices down, but it's really hard when you're trying to raise the bar and have it in a nicer place. Having it in Sedona is really nice. So it's a nice setting. We're getting, all the food's going to be served. Last year, the food was not that much, didn't fill everybody up, so we're actually putting some options in. We're getting bread and bigger portions, and we paid a little bit more money to have more food, so hopefully it'll get filled up. There's a lot of prizes. There's 5 door prizes. They're worth over $1,000. So it's like night stay at a Hilton, 4 dugout tickets to the Diamondbacks. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's about 26 silent auction items, probably about $8,000, $10,000 worth of silent auction items. We're going to have 10 live auction items, and then we have about 50 raffle items. It's about $3,000 worth of raffle items that we're giving away. Yeah, then we're going to have a 50-50 raffle, and we're also, so there's a lot of prizes, a lot of things to win, and people go away really happy. And it's a really great, I think the atmosphere is probably the best thing. You know, it's just, you know, it's positive, everybody's there, it's a good cause. I mean, so you can actually have a nice dinner, you can listen to some good entertainment, win some awesome prizes, be around some positive people, support a good cause, all for the price of $60 a ticket. Right. Which is really good, you know.
3 hours of entertainment, that's...
4 hours, 5 to 9, it's 5 to 9.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, and he's going to be playing the whole time, and it's going to be a good, I'm probably leaving some stuff out, but it's really going to be a good time. Everybody that's ever went to our dinner, we always hear good feedback. Yeah. I'm sure there might be 1 or 2 people that are like, man, that was really bummer, but we don't hear that. You know? Usually. And usually you do, right? You know, but it's a really good time, and it's really positive people, and it's for a good cause, and there's great entertainment, and yeah, we just need more people to go, man. We're trying to reach out and get some more people to go.
Where can they buy tickets at, honey?
Well, they can buy tickets online at stepstorecoveryhomes.org. Okay. Or you can call at 928-649-0077, our office, or you can go to our office, which is on the corner of 89A and 6th Street, 516 East State Route 89A, Suite 113, or our Miracles Happen resale store, which is right next door.
Yeah, okay.
You know, right next to Vinny's Pizzeria, and you can go in there and you can actually, and there's all kinds, the store is great. The store has really went to the next level, so you can go in there and have a good time, find some good stuff, and we have sales going on all month long at the store. There's all kinds of ways to save. People are loving it.
Okay.
You know, and you can get a ticket. And if you can't go, you could actually buy tickets and donate them.
Sure.
For people that are less fortunate, because there's a lot of people that want to go. I have 4 people that want to go right now that don't have the money. So I told them, hey, if somebody donates some tickets, plus we're looking for businesses to buy tables. Right. And sponsor tables, and I'll advertise for you to buy tables. You know.
So talk a little bit about that. I know you do have some businesses that have sponsored this event, but talk a little bit more about how a business could sponsor and what that means.
Well, we have an annual sponsorship level that I came up with about 4 years ago. To how am I going to keep this thing going, right? So we have 50 businesses that sponsor us. We have levels at $100 a year, $250 a year, $500 a year, $1,000 a year, $2,500 a year, and $5,000 a year. Now, if you get one of those levels, I put you're going to be in the program, you're going to be on Facebook, we're on a banner in our store, you're on the banners at our events. I have a really big 10x4 banner that I put your name on there. And there's a lot of people that do in-kind service. So we have a lot of people like out of Africa just took on a sponsorship. So we're taking, this Saturday, I'm taking all the people in the homes out to out of Africa.
Oh, great.
You know, South by Southwest is one of our sponsors, so we take them kayaking once a month. You know, that's how we go kayaking, equine therapy, yoga, all these places that are really pitching in and trying to be a part of. If you want to just buy a table, it's $600 for a table, that's 10 seats. And you could either buy the table and fill it up with people from your organization, or you could buy the table and donate it, and we'd put a big thing on here about that you bought the table and put you in the program.
Got it. I'm sorry, what was the cost on a table again?
Well, it's $600.
600
It's 10
table.
seats.
Okay, got it.
So,
yeah.
And I'd do whatever, pretty much, if somebody wanted to buy a table. I'd put your name everywhere.
That's great. So they can get a ticket from your website or just stop by the resale store?
Yeah, stop by the resale store or the office, you know. That's really easy, or just call. You can call at 928-649-0077 or go to stepstorecoveryhomes.org.
Click and buy.
Yeah, it's real simple, man.
Okay.
And there's a chicken and vegetarian option. It's going to be a good night.
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully.
How many tickets are you hoping to sell?
250.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
It's a good goal.
Yeah, I know. It's a big goal.
Yeah.
Damien's actually sold out every year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always get worried about this time. We got about 2.5 weeks left. So
Sure,
I'm like, oh my gosh, I still have a whole bunch of tickets to sell. But
there are a lot of procrastinators out there. I'm one of them. So
Yes.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you sell out again.
yeah.
So.
Well, hopefully we do. I mean, you know, it's going to be a great.
It's always been a great event.
Our goal is to actually make it better and better every year. You know, and get a bigger and bigger venue. We try to get the casinos this year. Hopefully next year we'll be able to afford the casino where we can fit 300 people.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what we'd like to do.
That'd be good. Very good.
And then, you know, having our other events, Erase the Stigma in June, where we can talk about addiction and mental health and what's going on and some solutions about that. We're really about community. We're really about collaboration. We're trying to, and we're actually starting a job development program. We're actually going to start training people on new careers and job skills and stuff, so they can maximize that success rate even more. Because what we're finding out is 80% of the people that relapse is because of financial stuff. Relationships are right behind, but mainly finances. Yeah. It's a big thing, you know, to get a job, hold a job. When you have an addiction issue, there's a lot of barriers and variables go into it. Communication, how do I communicate? You know, the people they have to be around. You know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of stress there.
Let's talk about your job training program then. What are you hoping to accomplish there?
Well, I'm hoping to get some grants for it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to put some grants together. I'm going to get, right now I'm looking for a warehouse. I'm going to get a warehouse, and that way we can centrally locate all of my stuff. I have about 6 storage sheds right now that I run back and forth with the donations for Miracles Happen.
Sure.
I want to be able to have a central location and bring them in, and then have some people working there. When they come into our program, we'll put them right to work. Okay. Which we're already doing right now, but I'd like to actually, you know, we're only doing it for a couple weeks till they find a job right now. And that's one of the other ways we're helping out. But I'd like to actually be able to put them to work for like 3 months, like a job. And they would do online sales, they would do refurbishing, they would clean stuff, eBay. There's all kinds of stuff we could do.
Yeah, good. So you train them in, I guess, whatever
Man, I'd like to train. If I had the money, I'd like to train them in fundraising. There's a nonprofit world. There's a lot we're doing: accounting, filing, peer-to-peer mentoring. You know, there's just so many things that I need help doing myself to actually help more people.
He needs a personal assistant.
We need grant writers.
We all need personal assistants.
I mean, just training somebody in grant research and grant writing is huge. Training somebody in fundraising. I mean, these nonprofits. They need people to know that stuff.
Sure.
There's a lot of nonprofits out there right now that are really hurting. Really struggling to help people. And they need people. Yeah. I know we need people. We can't hire anybody right now because we're just so, stretched so thin with our finances that.
Right.
So we're looking at all kinds of areas to do more.
Yeah, we're actually starting to build a volunteer base. We've got people that are coming in and volunteering on a weekly basis, or even if it's a couple hours. I mean, we've had people that come in and volunteer, and that's
volunteer with like clerical work or whatever kind of assistance you need.
Clerical in the store. I mean,
making phone calls.
Yeah.
Filing. There's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, yeah, and it's taken a while. We're starting to get a little bit more people. I think it's what we deal with too is a little hard. I mean, talking about addiction is very nasty. It can be a very nasty thing. A lot of people get hurt.
Sure.
Well,
you've proven yourselves as a worthy nonprofit in our community.
I would like to hope so.
I believe you have. Yeah, it takes time.
It's been really, really hard. We deal with the darkness a lot. We deal with there's stigmas around it. There's a lot. People that get upset. People that we have to remove for certain reasons. And they get upset and they talk this and that. Or there's just a lot going on that we got to deal with. We're very busy. We work. We put our all into it all the time. We're constantly working to try to help other people. Yeah. It's a constant thing. Yeah. It doesn't stop.
All right. Let's take another break just for a minute. We'll come back and talk a little bit more about the Erase the Stigma event.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
There are people who struggle with addiction and homelessness. Sometimes it may feel like there is nothing we can do to help.
But there is. You can make a tax-deductible donation and help those in need transition away from homelessness.
When you give someone a handout, you could actually be supporting an addiction.
A better life starts with better health, especially for those living in the streets.
Support solutions, not addictions. You can make a difference. Visit cottonwoodcares.com.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
Welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I am Tim Alinsky, the mayor of Cottonwood, and we're talking with Anne and Damien Browning today. They're our hosts, or excuse me, they're our guests. I'm the host.
We'll be the host.
Okay, yeah, turn it around. Before we end, I wanted to talk about, we talked a little bit about Dinner for Hope, which is your biggest fundraiser of the year, coming up here March 24th. But there's another big event that you've done. I attended last year's event. It's the Erase the Stigma event. And that's coming up in June, right?
Yes.
We would like to have it in June. So what did you think about it?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great. It was well attended. I think you had good representation from a lot of other service providers in the area.
Yeah. So we had the count was we fed 175 people, and we gave away 70 rec center passes. Yeah. And we had 39 booths. We had 7 keynote speakers about addiction and mental health. And what we're trying to do, Erase the Stigma came about. That was our second year. So Erase the Stigma came about to actually, to erase the stigma around addiction and mental health. But we wanted it to be a free community educational awareness event to talk about what is addiction, what is mental health, and how do they go together, and what can you do about it. So that's really as simple as it is to try to get not just people with addiction issues or recovery, because a lot of the recovery events are something we just focus on, it seems like people in recovery. So what our idea was to, how do we touch the people, just a regular, ordinary person that doesn't really understand what it is, you know? Because addiction right now, I mean, we're up to 175 people a day are dying in the United States of an overdose.
Okay.
I think Arizona's number 12 on the list. There was a state of emergency in Arizona, declared a state of emergency about 6 months ago, 8 months ago, over this. And there's a lot of money going into this, but it's going, and I don't want to say it's going in the wrong places, but it ain't going to places like ours. You know what I mean? It's going to like state licensed facilities and hospitals and all the places that already have money that have waiting lists, you know? When you have an addiction issue and you don't have any money and you just have access, there's not a lot of places where you can get help. And the places you can get help have waiting lists because they're just packed full, man.
Right.
You know, so we're trying to actually help people understand what it is so they can do something about it. Because everybody's affected by addiction one way or another. I mean, your workplace, your schools, your neighborhoods, your family. I mean, it's getting worse too.
Right.
As a society, addiction's getting worse, and I don't think it's going to go away. So I think some people need to really start, and I think there's a lot of people. There's no one-size cookie cutter to fix this thing. I think everybody needs to work together.
So racist stigma is really more for the community to come out and learn more about addiction. It's not geared toward those who are suffering from addiction.
No, it's geared towards the regular community. What do we do with this? What do I do when my daughter is using, or there's, you know, what do I do when my employee doesn't show up for work, or what do I do when even my grandma's using sometimes, you know? I mean, it hits anybody. It doesn't discriminate. Addiction doesn't discriminate at all. Yeah. So.
So tell us a little bit about who was there. You said you had 30-some booths represented at the racist stigma event?
I think there was 39 this year. The year before it was 44.
Okay.
There was places like, you know, Matt Force and the Old Town Mission and Verde Valley Sanctuary and Lost Inside Ministries. I mean, they're all the way from Decision Point to even places from Prescott, you know. Yeah. We just invite everybody. Anybody that helps with the cause in any kind of way can come. So we're trying to really, and what it's about, and we don't charge a lot of money for the places to come. It's not about money for us. So what it's about is really trying to talk about what is addiction, and then when people really can kind of figure out, have an understanding of that, when a crisis comes up in their lives, or they see somebody with an addiction issue, they have an understanding of it, and they have some solutions. Like, hey, there's places that are helping with this. Right. Because that's really what it takes. Yeah. There's an illusion. There's stigmas around everything. There's an illusion that people can't get help till they want it. And that's true to an extent, but there's also the part where, hey, you know, they're going to die before. So I'm a big advocate of, you know, reach out to the people that you love and say, you know what, you don't have to live this way anymore. There is help. There's a lot of things going on. You can have a better life. You really can. Because a lot of people with addiction issues don't think that. That's one of the things I've been through. You know, I was in heavy addiction for 19 years, and one of the biggest things I go through is I don't know how to be successful. You know, there's this thing inside of me that keeps telling me that I'm not worth it, and I'm not good enough, and I just got to, you know, fight that. Right. So we're just trying to reach out and help the community and help the people, you know, because people with addiction issues are really good people. They usually are. They're really smart and really creative. You know, so.
What are you hoping to do differently this year with your Racist Stigma event? Will you have different speakers present, or
yeah, I'm going to have different people present, and I don't know. I don't know what to do different to get more people to come. I guess try to market it a little bit more. I'd like to have it at the same place. I think it was really cool because it helped the city out, and they get to see. The rec center is an awesome place. They get to see what's going on. Right. I don't really know what to do different, except maybe market more and. Just invite more people.
Okay. No, I thought the location was great. Having it at the rec center worked out well.
It's a little small, but that's another thing about a racist stigma is when you go to these events, usually there's a breakout session. So when somebody has a topic that they're talking about, there'll be a whole different room, right? And then you can hear them. But the problem is I go to these events and there's about 20, 40 exhibit booths, and then you get to breakout session and there's about 5 people in there. Right. You know what I mean? So one of my biggest things was to put them together, which has been really hard. You know, the people don't really understand it. So I go around and you know, I try to get everybody, like even the people that are running the exhibit booths, they get to hear what the speaker's saying. Got it. Right. So I'm trying to make it an interactive thing. Right. And I'm forcing people to kind of, you know, to listen and to learn. So that's my whole little control thing on that. I think it works pretty good. Actually, you know, there was 2 or 3 speakers where you could hear a pin drop last year.
Yeah.
You know.
Good.
Yeah, so.
And that'll take place in June, right?
In June. We don't have a set date yet, but sometime in June at the Rec Center, hopefully.
Okay.
And then in October, we'll have our Clean and Sober Roots Music Festival, which we had that at the Collective in Sedona in October last year. We had about 350 people show up. We had 9 bands. It was really, really nice.
I heard great things about it.
Did you?
I did. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We had a poker run, a motorcycle run, and it was really cool. It was such a good feeling.
Yeah.
It really was. We had the beautiful signers come, and people came and did sign language with autism issues, and they were so awesome.
Yeah. Great.
It was just a really good time, man.
Good.
You know.
Well, just want to thank you for all you do in our community. You know, I know it's a lot of hard work. I knew that.
He does it all. Trying to give me credit.
No, you guys are doing good, and it's been an uphill battle, I'm sure, but
it is.
Do appreciate your hard work. And again, just one last time, Dinner for Hope.
Dinner for Hope, March
24th.
24th. You got to buy tickets
in advance.
In advance. You can't just show up at the door. You got to buy tickets in advance. We need to know how many people are going because we got to pay for the dinners. We got about 2 weeks left.
Okay.
Of selling tickets. So
and if you can't go, you can still buy somebody a ticket. You've got folks that want to go that can't afford a ticket.
We got a lot of people that want to go that can't afford a ticket.
Okay, just $60.
Yep.
It's not asking a lot.
And if you're buying the ticket, you can write it off. If you're actually going, I don't think you can write it off. But if you're just buying it and donating it, I think you might be able to. I'm not an accountant. I'm not an accountant, so don't mark me on that. But.
All right. Anything else you want to share with the audience tonight?
Just come get involved. You know, come get involved and help us help more people. We need help. We need help. There's so many ways to help. So come see us at down at our resale store in our office and just get involved. Even if you can do an hour a month, you know, we're just saying, hey, just come donate it, you know, volunteer an hour a month to get involved. And we can just make such a difference together that we can't do alone.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Anne and Damien Browning, pleasure having you in again. And we'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thanks for joining us today on Inside Cottonwood, and we'll see you next month. Take care.